Camelot 331 here, and we got a doozy today, y'all. We got a big old doozy. It's a giant doozy, the biggest doozy I've ever seen. In person, not really. It's pretty huge. So there's an open letter from the employees of GameStop, the people that are actually working there in these stores. A lot of people are under a weird misconception that they see the stock price, they're like, we like this stock even though there's zero money coming in. It's fine. That's totally cool. I totally get it. But the employees are still there suffering every single day, and they have a message for the new management, which is Ryan Cohen, and basically everybody he's put in power since George Sherman, the ex-CEO, announced his resignation, and he got a $168 million bonus for leaving. I tell you what, baby, if somebody would give me $168 million for quitting any job, I will quit with zero notice right a damn way. But that's just me, all right? I will take 50 yachts for relieving you of myself. Sounds like a great deal. I don't get it. But the employees are real pissed because it seems like everybody has forgotten about them. Why have we forgotten about these employees? Well, they've sent me some pretty spicy messages, and we're going to read the open message to the new leadership of GameStop, and we're all going to tremble in fear as GameStop completely ignores it and just continues doing what they normally always would do. And that's just take the souls of the less fortunate, like Shang Tsung. They're going to Shang Tsung their employees until they're just green, juicy bones. Green, juicy ass bone. Before we get into it, make sure you give this video a good old-fashioned updoodle. That's real important. And make sure you subscribe if you have not, or I will give you none of my boomer juice. That's very important. So let's jump right into the first crazy-ass message. Check this out. This guy went through some absolute crazy drama. Check this out right here. So it says, hey, how's it going? Just some backstory. I started with GameStop in blank. Please don't add that because I'll probably figure out who it is. But as you know, we are ranked on behaviors mostly. So this is a very common thing we know with GameStop. That's 50% of the ranking file that you can control for the most part. So that's all I really care about. And that's all really GameStop cares about. One of those is BOPS and SFS. BOPS is buy online, pick up in store, and SFS is ship from store to someone's house. I was lacking in BOPS orders in the middle of the week because no one had placed one. I'm thinking, oh well, so be it. I get a call from my DM telling me to place an order for myself or have one of my employees do it so we could get credit for a BOPS order. Shocking. The DM is telling this guy to falsify numbers and order a BOPS himself, which he can do. You can just get on your phone and order one yourself. Now, my DM was no stranger to this. My DM would call and be like, hey, you don't have any reserves. Does any of your associates looking forward to some games coming out? See if they can reserve those games. So it's basically kind of fraudulent numbers, but no one cared as long as you were on the, on the report. You wouldn't get fired usually. So the DM's openly saying, go ahead and cheat. Now the funny thing is, if a DM got in trouble for that, they would just blame it on the associate, and the associate would get fired, and the DM would act like he had no idea. He'd be like, I don't know where I am right now. Don't listen to me. I'm an old white dude. That's fine. I had no control over this. I don't even know what a game is. Don't worry. So this guy says, which is cheating? Apparently, GameStop cracks down on fraud and cheating, so I was definitely confused as to why he told me to do that. My DM preached about not cheating. You'll get caught and fired, he says. Our district had a kid that was cheating, taking $5 off of transactions so he could get them to sign up for the pro membership, which is considered pro fraud, which is something my boy Egg used to do all the time. Guess what? Nothing happened to him. Shocking. Egg worked there for 12 years. Same thing. I know someone personally that works in the warehouse in Grapevine, Texas. They have pallets on pallets of Xbox Series X and PS5s just sitting there. They won't even send them to stores. They were still giving SL 68 hours to run their stores on, and you have to work 44 of them. You ask for more hours because you kill sales. Nope. You don't get them, so you're just swamped and doing it yourself. They want your units per labor hour to be very, very high. So basically how much you sell versus how much labor you use, which is the hours for the employees. So GameStop's basically running these stores on a skeleton crew, 68 hours a week. The store manager uses 44. That leaves you with 24. Now, I'm from Alabama, so I hope that math is correct. But that's for your ASM, third key, and everybody else. So if you catch my drift, that's almost no hours. Basically, GameStop doesn't have to pay full-time benefits to their assistant managers anymore. That's kind of probably what they're doing. So they go on to say, we were on a conference call one day going over the bonus structure, which is garbage, but that's neither here nor there. Our district leader is talking and says, if you're not pushing UPT for that bonus every 2 weeks, are you really taking care of your family? Now, what he's talking about is units per transaction. That means when you go up to the counter at GameStop, they're going to try to sell you 2 to 3 to 4 things instead of just the one thing that you're getting, which makes more items on the transaction. That's units per transaction. That's what they're pushing for profit reasons. So he said, do you even care about your family? Which is pretty creepy. So he goes on to say, I know my family is going to eat because I would be pushing that UPT. We had store leaders literally adding buttons, $1 Hot Wheels, $1 reusable GameStop bags to transactions, telling people GameStop's going green, baby. Help us by purchasing one of these bags, which GameStop doesn't actually care about, obviously. Which is the only thing driving up the biggest metric right now, which is units per transaction. GameStop is forcing employees to add extra stuff that you don't want or necessarily need so that we can get a bonus. There were literally people getting caught adding stuff to customers' transactions, small items, sometimes 97 cents or whatever, just to drive up UPT. I had a customer come back and do a return asking what was the $1.29 item on his receipt that an ex-employee had done. He said he didn't buy a Hot Wheel that day, so I had to just return it for him because he was very upset. Our district leader would throw people under the bus on the conference call about their performance. Same thing. My DM used to yell at people on the conference call. I understand hold them accountable, but do it in private. He also held other store leaders at a higher standard than others. He would let other store leaders run terrible metrics and still have a job. The minute the awesome store leader who ran good numbers most of the time had a bad week, he would call or text us and tell us we can't have that kind of performance in our district. Shocking. That's like PTSD. I would rank in the top 10 or top 100 every single day, every single week. And my DM couldn't give a damn. All right. But we would have an older manager that was his friend that he actually hanged out with on his off time, rank within the top 2,000, and they would suck each other off. And I never even got to watch. That's not right. That's not fair, in my opinion. At least let me watch the mess happen. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, GameStop's doing their crazy cheating ways as per normal, trying to upsell stuff that doesn't matter to push up arbitrary profit numbers that also don't matter apparently to their stock price because they're down 100 million every quarter. But with the new management, what does the employees urge from Ryan Cohen, Jenna Owens, and all the new management out there? What do they urge to this new executive team? Are they going to take care of these associates? Well, let's read the message right here and the reactions to it. It's pretty damn spicy. Check this out. This says to the new management team that's incoming or has recently arrived, including Ryan Cohen and Jenna Owens. This is the message directly to them. So share this video so they can see this message if they haven't already. Share it to all your friends in the world of the retail or the world of your normal life. We know you read this forum. You've probably been told this is the most toxic sub and you shouldn't treat any of it with any seriousness. But we implore you that you should read every post here complaining about middle management. That's true. People like to ignore things like this, any criticism, as basically disgruntled employees. And that is not true, damn it. I'm not disgruntled at all. I'm very happy right now with GameStop. Trust me. No, this is a joke. Please don't ban me. Regionals and district leaders have too much power. I've been saying this for years. And your market VPs do nothing to stop them. Market goal for the week is 15% pro. Regional goal is 17 minimum. We hit that 1 week. We hit it. 19% goal the next because we clawed and eked our way just to 17. So they just keep increasing the goal. It's like you're chasing a carrot as a rabbit and the carrot just keeps getting further away. The rot in this company is in middle management doing whatever they feel is necessary to maintain their cushy gigs. And that is like the DM that we just read, telling his own associates to pick up at store orders in the store just so they stay on the report. A district leader in the Northeast is forcing over half of its workers to get corrective actions for having less than 2 wins versus the Northeast market. What a win is them hitting their metric. There was no room for discussion or pushback on them. It was reported to the Hero line and nothing was done about it. The Hero line is the HR line for GameStop, which, let's be honest, if you're used to watching my content, HR doesn't do anything for you. Usually it just gets you fired because they're trying to protect middle management. So that's what the hero line is. And they did nothing. I'm so damn shocked. And this district finished in the top 20 of 70 Northeast districts. So much for top half of the company, and we're winning. Shocking. We know that you want to make this company as great as it used to be. I will wager that that's probably not true. We ask that you make it as great as for employees as you want it to be for guests and shareholders. We are rapidly experiencing higher turnover than we've ever had as a direct result of this new ranking system. Top 10% managers have been let go for beating their corporate plans but being lower than their regional plans because corporate goals are just too low. So even though they're exceeding their numbers, they're still getting fired. I'm shocked. Gamestop's even went harder now. Now they're firing people for doing well. I'm shocked. Why are regionals allowed to set their own expectations? We need one true vision for the company with no deviation on the goals whatsoever. This new ranking system encourages cheating. Shocking. Shady practices. Shocking. And outright lying to guests. Shocking. Which is what GameStop's been doing for 20 damn years now. Region 18 had a document saying, signing up for ProCard gets you insider access information to next-gen consoles. No such perk exists, guys. That's a lie. It was created solely to artificially inflate pro percentage to justify the regional leader's job. It's all a lie. Nothing is ever good enough. It used to be if you win by 0.1%, great job. Now it's, well, another region won by 2%. Why are you not beating them? We live in fear for our jobs every single day because if we speak up or vent in any way, we're told, well, this is how it's going to be. Get with it or give me your keys. Shocking. It's almost like deja damn vu. I'm in fear for being terminated for even posting this. Frankly, people have been and continue to be terminated for speaking out on this forum. But enough is enough. We are imploring you to put a stop to it. If you don't believe this post, please give us an anonymous survey in GSO to take giving our comments and thoughts, which I guarantee you it won't be anonymous. Don't do that. You're going to get fired, guys. We want to help you realize the vision for everything this company once was and can be again. I used to love this job. I now wake up every morning hating it. That was me in 2015 to 16, to 17 and 18. And I'm not alone on this. I'm willing to bet half of the managers of this company feel this way. I'm willing to place a wager that most 90% probably feels that way. We stay because we love what it used to be. Please help us want to stay. We believe in you. We want to trust you because turnover is so high, those who are promoted are done because they get numbers. They're not typically proficient at task, time management, or recruiting. GameStop wants you to be better at everything. They want you to do everything, and that's just not how it works. Morale is at an all-time low due to middle management more than anything, more than payroll, more than measly pay we're given versus the workload we have to do. Nothing is ever enough. We're constantly told that our passion is what sets us apart from the competition. Help us retain and regain it. We implore you to do something. So this is a very heartfelt message to the corporate, basically overlords and the new executive team, which is Ryan Cohen. And I guarantee you they will not listen because, unfortunately, as heartfelt as this message is, and how much my heart goes out to the person that feels this way because they're basically repeating what I felt when I was there. The new direction for GameStop's online. These stores are going to close regardless. They could not care less. And they're not going to care less. They're not even going to read this. That's why you need to share this video so maybe somebody out there will read it. But let's look at some of the reactions to this. This guy said, my friend's on a corrective plan for being at 2.1 UPT, but the company goal is like 1.7 or 1.8. If corporate doesn't see what's wrong with that scenario, then there's no hope for this company. He even beat UPT and he's still getting a corrective action. This guy says, I refuse to sign that. How is this dumb SOB a DM? That's just how it works, guys. This guy says right here, I'll say it again, and I've said it before, that every DL and RL needs to be fired. Both positions are completely useless and do nothing but harm toward employees' mental health. I don't necessarily disagree with that. I feel like we're kind of past the point of having to have overlords like that yell at you, like micromanagement. This guy says, this is why I just put in my 2 weeks. In over 3 years, I have consistently managed top performing stores. This most recent one has been my best run ever. Top 10 in our region, months and months at a time. Multiple shout outs from the RDs and market BPs, all just to find out that the new first-year manager is only making 75 cents less than me. Shocking. The new bonus structure tanked my bonuses. Perks have been disappearing. Morale and hours are the lowest they've ever been. I, after juggling 14 metrics for this long, will have nothing to show for it. I'm done. Even my DL stopped giving out prizes to content. Well, of course he did. Seriously, take your skills elsewhere. Shocking. I completely agree with that. So as you can see, GameStop employees are still going ham as hell. And it's almost like everybody forgot, because for some reason in popular media, people like GameStop because of their stock, because of memes. And like I said, like, no ill will. I get it. Like, I totally get it. But we can't forget about these people in these stores. That's real important. They're suffering. They want something to happen. And unfortunately, what I think is going to happen is they're going to close these stores and go strictly online, because that's really where the money is. Get rid of the middleman. There's so much that comes out of operating profit. These stores can make $2 million a year in revenue and only profit $280,000. Now, what if the same area sold $2 million worth of stuff without the store's cost? They would make almost $1 million in profit per location. That's bad math, redneck math, but still, I think it's kind of correct. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So tell me what you think in the comments. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. And also send me your messages on Instagram and Twitter. They're in the description. That's very important. That's how I get all these messages from you fine folks. And also, don't forget, baby, to get on it. Doggone it. Bye. Yeah. I got a problem, baby. Hot damn.